reporting on the games you love by people who love to game. The MMO Reporter Network.
I'm standing here with one of the representatives of CCP. Could you tell our viewers your name and your function at CCP?
My name is Sveit Karval. I'm known as CCP Guard on the internet, and I'm a community developer for EVE Online and Valkyrie.
Okay, and Valkyrie is what we're talking about here. We are here at the Intel booth. I think CCP is a guest of Intel here.
Yes, we are working with Intel as sort of a cross-promotion, tagging along at their booth and drawing in quite a crowd all weekend. The lines have not stopped. We have 8 stations. They've been full since it started, and the reaction we're getting from people is that they're blown away by Valkyrie. It's an experience that they're never going to forget, they say.
Great, because Valkyrie is one of the few Oculus Rift games, one of many Oculus Rift games, I should say, in development currently. And CCP was actually one of the first who came out with this as a prototype thing, and decided to go for it and make a full game out of it.
Exactly. We a few of our guys, they did this as a side project. They got dev kits and they started working on this demo, and already 5 weeks in they showed us what they had, and they absolutely blew us away with it. It was like, and a lot of the game design elements that are like still in the game were already a part of that first demo, and it was like very playable, super interesting, like so much fun. And I've said this to many people, like when I tried it, it was the first time for a very long time that I felt like the sort of excitement that you used to get as a kid when you were doing something for the first time. Like so we're trying to like just perfect that experience for people, and that's why it's so fun to come here and get these like excited reactions from the crowd.
It is amazing. I can say I played it yesterday, and the sense of immersion of being there, it is just mind-blowing. And compliments to your design team for putting large, recognizable EVE Online objects very near the spaceship, so you get a sense of how huge an Mars station is for the first time. You really see it.
Yeah, and we have all kinds of different modes and things we're playing with in the office. And I've played around with some that have some of my favorite ships and EVE, and just flying around them and seeing the size of them. It's quite amazing. And EVE Valkyrie is designed from the ground up as a VR experience. Like, we're not trying to do too many things at once. We're only doing it for VR, the Oculus and the Morpheus, and it just gives us. It's such a great game design as a result.
I'm giddy. I'm giddy when I'm playing it. Obviously, it's set in the EVE Online universe. Yeah. Is it actually tied into it as well, just like Dust 514 was?
We're not going to do the same thing we did with Dust.
Sorry.
We're not.
No, but a fan just walked by. No problem.
So we're not going to do the same thing we did with Dust and tie it directly into the game. It's like set in the EVE universe, so you have the backdrop of the EVE universe, the lore. It's really, really good lore behind the game. But at first, we're just going to make a really good standalone dogfighting game, and then once we're done with that, we'll sit down and take a look at what we can do about this long-term vision we have about integrating the this 3D experience into the EVE universe.
It makes perfect sense. Also, I can imagine the nightmare of you already have such a tough job balancing EVE as it is, with all the big ships fighting each other in basically a turn-based kind of environment.
Yeah, very strategic. EVE is like you gotta make a lot of decisions every second to manage your stuff, but it's more of a strategic game. Yeah. And technically, under the hood, it runs very differently than a fast-paced game like Valkyrie. So it's gonna be a challenge to integrate it if we go that route. But we look forward to looking into it and seeing what we can come up with.
Well, that's an exciting thing to look forward to. But as you describe it, just as a dogfighting game, I'm on board, literally. Could you reveal anything of a timeline? Because one of the things, I've talked to many VR developers, and some of them actually are waiting for some VR equipment to come on the market. Is that your position the same?
That is absolutely our position. We are tied in with Oculus and Morpheus on the PlayStation 4, and we are just waiting for them to give a release date. For the PC, when Oculus gives a release date, that's our date too, because we're going to be a launch title with them, and we're just very excited, and we are just.
So the game is done, actually.
Well, the game is far along. It's far along, and it's just a matter of like how much do we want to put into it. You know, there's all kinds of things we can do. We can play around with different modes and
Yeah, sure.
yeah, different content and but like we're already very far along, and there will be some news about development of Valkyrie soon coming from us.
Okay, so you're actually in a quite luxurious position then, that you're so far along, and it's not your internal schedule that's dictating things. You're basically sitting back and waiting for some other guy to finish their hard work, and then you just come out of the gate screaming.
Yeah, it's a special position for us to be in. Like we haven't done that before. We've only like launched on the PC and the PS3 when they were like obviously out. So we weren't waiting on anything. So it's a different position. But yes, in that regard, it's good because we're we have time to work, and like we're working on the Unreal 4 engine, which has been fantastic. Doing stuff for the Oculus has been really good. So I mean, we can do a lot of changes fast and throw out the things that don't work, and so development is going really good. We have a super talented team in Newcastle, and they'll use the time well.
And will there be Oculus integration for the regular EVE Online game as well?
We're not planning on anything like that now, but who knows,
Because I would love to see, just the third-person view, I think would work fine with VR. Just to see my ship relative to a planet or a station, or have a combat view all around. I think it would be amazing.
Yeah. I mean, there's many possibilities about what you can do, and like I say, like once we're done, once we put Valkyrie out, and then we'll start looking around at all the options on the table and what we can do, because like we'll know the technology well, and we have a fantastic IP and a lot of dedicated fans, and we'll come up with something good.
Awesome. Well, we'll keep a look out for Valkyrie and the announcement of either Oculus or Morpheus that will bring us closer to actually sitting in the cockpit in our own homes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time, and good luck for the team, and compliments on what you showed here already. It's a lot of fun.
Thank you so much. It's been a great show. We can't wait to get Valkyrie to the people.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching the video, everybody. Don't forget to check out all the other podcasts at MMOreporter.com or by clicking on any of the links here. And please check out our Patreon campaign at patreon.com/MMOreporter. Thanks, everyone, and see you in game.